Good morning to all the viewers from around the world. My name is Evan Peterson. I am the current principal of Athwood Primary, and this is our story. Athwood Primary is situated in a township in Cape Town, South Africa. Our school's learning community has been under siege for years due to crime and gangsterism. The challenge of uplifting learners to rise above their circumstances and creating a safer environment to empower our learning community is the very reason we have embraced the challenge of sharing our experience with the world. Our school has grown from 489 learners in October 2016 to 620 learners in September 2021. We are currently 21 educators with 6 non-teaching staff. Our learners come from townships, informal and farm settlements, and immigrants from Zambia, Malawi, Zimbabwe, Kenya, and Congo. We clearly define diversity on a whole different level. To tell you more about why we are celebrating today, I will hand over to the 3 presenters, Vanita Adams, Jean Davids, and Liesel Arendse. to give you a glimpse into the world of Athwood Primary. Over to you, Vanita.
Good morning. My name is Vanita Adams, and I'm the Deputy Principal at Athwood Primary School. And I'm very humbled that we can tell our story via this platform. Our theme for today is overcoming adversity and building resilience. And I will focus on our school challenges. I'd like to start off by saying challenges are what make life interesting. Overcoming them is what makes them meaningful. Amidst adversity and challenges, we as a school choose to be resilient to overcome these challenges. As the old African proverb says, it takes a village to raise a child. Therefore, it takes a community to raise a school. It took a township to empower a community. And we cannot expect the government or the educational department to take ownership of the issues and challenges we face daily. We need to take ownership. The education department, they do not solve problems, but they give us guidance and support. They provide the curriculum, resources, and an education system. It is our community. And as a proud community, we need to build resilience to combat our challenges, to build a nurturing environment. And I believe when the community and when families and business organizations and NGOs and schools come together to support learning, young people will achieve more academically and complete the required grade. And with that, I mean they will stay in schools. Their morals are high because they overcame adversity and the outcome is a positive one. We cannot do this on our own. When we unite, we will succeed. Now, I will be looking at the following challenges. Number one is crime, poverty, language barriers, health, parent involvement, and a lack of resources. So I will start off with crime. Now, gangsterism and crime, it dominates in this area and it has a negative influence on our learners. And many a times our learners are fearful, they become aggressive, and it has a great impact on their academic performance. Because of crime, we have shootouts between rival gang members on a daily basis, which affects our students, and this has an impact on their learning. And because of unemployment and poverty in the community, people vandalize our school property. And what they do, they steal our electrical cables and water pipes, which has an impact on our school routine. And many times we do not have water on our school premises because of the pipes that were stolen. They also cause fires on our school field by stripping and burning copper. And you know, this has an effect on the health of the learners as well as the educators, because the fumes of the fire, it affects our lungs. Our school fence is constantly being destroyed by the people in the community, and that is really a big challenge for us. Now I will look at number two, which is poverty. Poverty is a big challenge because of a lack of income that leads to a lack of resources, which leads to parents not being able to provide a balanced meal for their child, as well as the basic needs. So then we see we have some children that come to school and the only meal that they have is what they receive at school. Because of unemployment, we have a high dropout rate of scholars. And we have learners with inadequate nutrition and childcare because of overcrowded and poor living conditions. And you know, in some cases, we have learners who become the caregiver to their younger siblings because of parents being addicted to certain substances like alcohol and drugs. And then these learners, you know, they go sleep late, They have to get up early because it's crowded in their environment. And then when they come to school, they cannot concentrate, they are sleepy, and it affects their academic performance as well as their behavior. And then thirdly, I'd like to talk about language barriers. There's a lack of schooling in their mother tongue, and this causes a language barrier because of the low level of literacy skills. And because of the language barrier, we find that our learners, they find it difficult to communicate. They have a lack of confidence, they have a low self-esteem, and they struggle to express themselves. And then we also have learners coming from different countries in Africa, and due to English not being their first language, they have a language barrier. And then we don't always have the necessary resources and support to help these learners, but as educators, we use various methods to assist them, for example, by speaking slowly and clearly, and by giving the learners some time before asking another question, and then we use concrete apparatus as well. And then fourthly, I would like to speak about health. Now, some of our learners, they live in an environment where there's a lack of food and clean water and sanitation, and this can be fatal and can affect their health. Then we also have fetal alcohol syndrome children due to alcohol exposure during the mother's pregnancy, which causes brain damage and growth problems. And this can cause behavior problems and learners that struggle academically. And because of parent addictions like drugs and alcohol, learners are exposed at an early age to addictive substances. And then these learners, they come to school under the influence. And you know, this once again affects their behavior and their academic performance. Then we also have learners living in an environment where emotional and physical abuse, domestic abuse and violence takes place, which has a great impact on our learners' well-being. It affects the whole child due to the trauma the child experiences, and these learners, they display various behavior patterns. And then fifthly, I would like to talk about parent involvement. Now, we have a lack of parent involvement, and this is due to because of low educational levels. There's an inability to support learning. And then we have parents that are not able to assist their child or children with homework because of the language differences, which makes it difficult to communicate and parents to assist their children. Then our parents also have the concern about safety in the area, and therefore many of our parents, they are not able to attend our parent meetings. And then we have parents that work long hours, and because of that, they are not able to assist their children. And then something that is really dear to my heart is our grandparents. Our grandparents are our guardians, and they perform the parent responsibility because our parents are not involved, as they are unable to take care of their child or their children because of their addictions. And you know, these grandparents, they only receive a pension, and then they, with what they've got, they have to provide for their grandchildren, and they're not always able to provide the basic needs the child requires. And then we have young parents, and this is due to teenage pregnancy. And then number 6 is a lack of resources. We have a lack of resources within the classroom, and this includes furniture, 21st century technology, internet connectivity, hardware and software, like for example, interactive whiteboards, projectors, adequate learning resources that is across subjects, and then also financial resources. Because we are a no-fee school, it means that our learners do not pay to attend school. We're reliant on finances that we receive from the education department, from donations and fundraisers. Then I'd like to say COVID-19 has fast-tracked the way we do schooling. It has brought out many challenges and we had to learn to adapt. It really has highlighted the inequality of the distribution in education. And the digital divide, it is real and it affects education, educators and learners equally. And change in this community is very slow in competing with the world. The percentage or gap is too big to pull our learners to become economically viable to be a global citizen. COVID-19 brought many challenges. When some schools could continue online teaching, we had to think out of the box to continue learning. And our educators had to become creative. And what they did was they created WhatsApp groups where they send messages to parents, videos, voice notes, and they also provided work pack activities where the parents could come to the school and collect these activities. I'd like to highlight this, that education are the beacon of hope to bring positive change. You know, our learners, they have so many challenges to overcome. It is their family, it's community, and it's the stages of growth. And I believe that schooling should not add on to their challenges, but it should be the light that illuminates or bring hope to their challenging world. It should be a beacon of hope to bring positive change. And if we as a school have the resources to equip learners to become cognitive learners, it will not only shape the individual, the learner will automatically become an asset to the school, to their family and the community. A cognitive thinker creates and produces. Learning provides strategies to overcome challenges. I believe the time is now to correct this imbalance, and with support, we believe change can happen because our staff is dedicated and ready to take the baton for the upliftment we need. Teachers and learners are agents of change to restore hope and a better future. Even though we do not have the proper resources and the manpower and the equipment and furniture, we believe we can and made change and difference in the lives of our learners. Our community needs a change mindset to be the resources to survive COVID-19 and ensure learning do not stop. I'd like to conclude by saying we therefore celebrate our school as we stand tall and strong amidst our daily challenges we face, therefore creating an atmosphere of resilience amidst adversity. Inspiring our learners, as our Western Cape Education Department mantra says, enter to learn and leave to serve. And we believe when our learners enter our school, we're creating an atmosphere of positive learning, establishing a safe learning environment where learners can be resourceful. And this will bring about learners and educators that are motivated and educators that want to learn. And when they leave our school, they will be the motivators, they will be the encouragers, they will be the ones that will serve their community. It will help our learners see their full potential and have the confidence to achieve no matter what their circumstances are. Educators that are creative, positive, knowledgeable, and solution seekers and want to draw out cognitive thinking in learners to make a change and a difference in their life by becoming creative thinkers who desire to produce. Stakeholders that empower and provide, and enabling the community to rise above these circumstances. Thank you so much for listening. And now I give over to Jean Davids, who will talk about our school successes.
Hello everyone, I am Jean Davids. I am a proud teacher at Athwood Primary School. First of all, I would like to thank T4 and Vika's Kota for this opportunity to present our school on this global platform, challenging and also supporting us to take part and have helped us to make our vision at Athwood Primary to develop a school community holistically, where all our learners are exposed to a culture of high quality teaching and learning, an absolute reality. Therefore, overcoming our challenges are the main reason why we celebrate. Today, I am going to share some of our successes we had to overcome adversity and building resilience. As mentioned by Vanita, our school is in the heart of an impoverished community where unemployment, drug abuse, and gangsterism are high. Most of our learners come from nearby residential townships that occupy low-income and impoverished families. Therefore, we offer a feeding scheme to feed all our learners daily when they come to school. In line with the UN's 17 Sustainable Development Goals, we make sure that no child is hungry, and this has improved our learner attendance significantly because at school they are nourished and fed to be able to learn. During school holidays, we do not only feed our learners, but also the community at large by providing food parcels to take home. We also started a school vegetable garden to teach our learners environmental awareness, life skills, positive self-esteem, as well as nutrition. However, our focus is to teach them to become self-sustainable within their own communities. In conjunction with this, we commit to community involvement, where specifically ladies from the community take ownership of the learners by becoming a walking bus to safely walk learners to and from school. They also supervise learners at the entrance gate waiting on transport. Parents and community are involved in the learners' education, and although parent involvement was very poor in the area, some parents are now involved in a literacy program to support their learners at home with reading and writing, which in turn also help to improve learner literacy and raise the self-esteem of both parents and students. Now, this has raised the morale and established a learning environment full of hope and positivity. This enables our learners to participate confidently on various learning platforms and in projects such as spelling bees, writing competitions, and global projects. To support and stimulate them even more, learners have access to our library for reading and research materials, as they do not have access to the library in their communities due to continued violence in the area. Learners also access our computer room for maths online activities to develop numeracy and research skills. We are proud to have been able to implement this, and students all have gained basic computer skills. We aim to improve to be globally competent to collaborate with schools worldwide. Although access to a computer lab and library may be very common to have and use for many, to us, it posed challenges we had to overcome to make sure learning continues. At Athwood Primary, we develop programs that facilitate access for marginalized communities. Learners are therefore encouraged to participate in various cultural and sporting events such as soccer, cricket, netball, drumming, and spiritual dancing. Now, in line with our mission to create effective structures at our school, learners are also encouraged to participate in leadership programs to empower them with the necessary skills to lead the change themselves and their communities need to survive. Our arts and crafts are phenomenal and aims to promote innovation, creativity, improving focus, as well as boosting learner self-esteem. Learners are able to access this after-school classes twice a week. Since 2020, our learners have connected and embarked on global learning collaboration by interacting with learners in the UK, USA, and with LeapEd Malaysia, sharing their ideas about global warming and how to care for the planet. In partnership with WasteSmart, our learners participate in a cleanup in and around the school twice per month. Lastly, we have a recorder project where we teach our learners to play a music instrument. And through this program, learners can develop their cognitive and communication skills as they progress. They learn to express themselves through music, appreciate the arts, be self-disciplined, and to persevere to succeed. Finally, I'd like to thank you for your time and valuable support. We are truly humbled and grateful for the opportunity to share our story with you. It certainly has changed the way we look at education, and it has opened doors to global learning and impactful collaboration. Take care. Over to you, Lisa.
Good morning, brothers and sisters in education. I'm Liesel Orenser, a novice teacher and currently responsible for grade 2. I feel blessed and privileged to be part of our dynamic team at Athwood Primary and to be able to engage with you on this platform. As previously discussed and highlighted by Vanita Adams, our school faces many challenges and obstacles on a daily basis. Despite these challenges, we, the Athwood school community, build on a solid foundation through communication and support for our current stakeholders. Together, we are able to create a favorable, safe, and loving environment for our learners to equip them to becoming lifelong learners. We face our problems together as a unit in order to achieve our set goals for our learners and the community. As teachers, we are architects. We view the present and put our plans in action to build a better future. Our stakeholders serve a fundamental purpose in our day-to-day running of our school. As teachers, we acknowledge the importance of our stakeholders as they assist our learners immensely and is a support structure for our teachers to perform their duties as set out within the curriculum. Vision is what stakeholders foresee for learners to pursue and prosper in the school in order for them to become responsible beings. The learners at our school have a sense of belonging and plays an active part in the school community. By our stakeholders providing basic need items, namely soap, toiletries, and food, our learners feel loved and cared for. This creates a sense of pride in how they carry themselves as an Athwood family member. It is imperative that our current and future stakeholders know the value they hold by plowing time and resources into our school. Local markets provide our school with food hampers and feed families in our community. Established organizations send sandwiches and soup for all our learners daily. Our feeding scheme feeds 200 of our learners and provides them with fruit and vegetable parcels to take home. We were donated a food garden by one of our local markets. This provides the learners with vegetables to take home in order for their families to eat. This allows them to become self-sustainable. Local vendors donate food, stationery, and play equipment for our grade R learners. They also provided a facility to accommodate the grade 0 learners in order to equip them with a necessary skill in grade R. Faith-based communities facilities enable the learners to be part of a spelling bee competition and also provide food items for the learners. Neighbouring schools assist us with food parcels, stationery, and many other resources. By receiving these resources, the learners are able to conduct their tasks in their class confidently. Local counselling services provide the learners and staff members the support they need to deal with challenges or obstacles that may arise. And this gives them the tools to manage their emotions and deal with the environment. Libraries and local organizations provide the school with a mobile library and subsidized a librarian assistant. This was, in many cases, the first encounter that learners had with the library environment and actually reading a book. Local and international companies donate clothing to our learners that are in need. Our successes rest largely on the generosity and commitment of our stakeholders. This kind of support allows us as a school to be part of something amazing that enriches our learners. In the future, I believe that as a school, we have the ability to connect with dynamic new partnerships and maintaining the existing partnerships. Our partnerships with international schools will enable us to learn skills enabled to enrich our learners and vice versa. Through this exposure, we are able to create global citizens in our learners. Our school has potential, and if we work together towards a common goal, anything is possible. Thank you for your time. Take care and be safe.
Our 5 key takeaways. Identify challenges and take ownership. Community and stakeholder involvement. Radical challenges with radical solutions. Be inclusive. Focus on solutions, not problems. Now, the 5 key takeaways are identifying the challenges and taking ownership. Do not expect authorities to solve school challenges. Optimize all that they provide. Teaching is a calling. Step into it with commitment and zeal. Community involvement. Connect and communicate the school's needs that will impact learning. Community, students, parents, teachers, the learning environment to contribute to a quality education for all. Radical challenges with radical solutions. Go above and beyond. Enlarge your tents. Go global with learning and unite in learning with the rest of the world. The 17 Sustainable Development Goals are key to invest in school transformation, and it will unlimitedly impact the contribution you have on the school, and we will achieve the school's development goals by 2030. Be inclusive. Include everyone and everything that can make a valuable contribution to the school's development. Sometimes it will mean that you must repair broken vessels to beautify it and to add to the harmony of the school. As educators, it is what we are here for, to collaborate, to educate, to optimize finances, resources, to support our education departments. Despite flaws in the system, COVID is a wake-up call. The school is indeed a beacon on a hill that needs to shed light on the dark corners and restore hope and humanity. Focus on solutions, not problems. There will always be challenges. It will differ from day to day, school to school, country to country. But today we stand on the words of our legendary Nelson Mandela. As educators, we possess the most powerful weapon which we can use to change the world: education. I'd like to introduce our learners to showcase what we at Athwood Primary have been doing. A big thank you to T4 and Vickers Potter for affording Athwood Primary this life-changing opportunity today. Then to our support structures and to our dedicated members of staff, those on the platform and those who are doing the background work for the platform. Vanita Adams, Jean Davids, Liesel Arendse, Lauren Engelbrecht, and Dominic Lekay, and all the other members of staff of Athwood Primary. Thank you for working as a team to make this day possible. I would like to leave you with 6 words. Work hard, shine bright, dream big. This is Athwood Primary concluding. Thank you.